All right, and welcome aboard here to Reckoning live here from the Nest at Gene Cox Stadium. Andrew Dupe alongside Ben Grubbs and Trenton Young bringing you the action here today. The maiden voyage for the 2025 WPSL squad, and of course, coming out to the west, we have the Union 10 Football Club. So the U10 FC, this is not a 9-year-old squad that the Reckoning will be playing as the U10 as we give way here towards the national anthem. We'll come right on back. All right, and there we go. National anthem is out and underway, and we're just moments from kickoff here for some WPSL action between your Tallahassee Reckoning and the Union 10 Football Club. So just want to get to the starting lineups here while we have a chance for your Reckoning. Of course, number 6, Nolan Haley. Number 8, Jada Bartasek. Number 10, Hannah Hassel. 11, Natalie Nelson. Number 28, Abby Griffin. Number 31, Lita Frost. Number 35, Aaron Hopewell. Number 40, Jordan Land. Number 45, Maddie Musgrove. 46, Sasha Manders. And in between the pipes, Aubrey McKessie here tonight for your WPSL squad. So, of course, Reckoning going to be in those nice new home uniforms here with the two-tone pink tops. Bold choice from the visitors. It is a sweltering summer day here in Tallahassee. Decided to go with the black uniforms, which is going to be brutal on the opponent. But from a hometown perspective, I'm about it, Ben.
Yeah, I'll take any advantage we can get. And you know what I'm really looking for here today? I want to see some goals. You know, unfortunately, the last time we saw this Reckoning, not this exact same squad, it was a slightly different one, a different competition, but we didn't quite get on the goal sheet. So let's see what our forwards of Hassel and Manders can get up to today.
Absolutely. Definitely some quality up top there. And this will be a trendsetter here. Both of these teams' first game in divisional play as they get going here today. Of course, they had the game that was supposed to take place last week against Pensacola was postponed due to that crazy weather pattern last weekend that they got caught up in. So maiden voyage. So both of these teams, as you take a look at the table here, Pensacola is currently the top dog. They're the only team in the conference with a straight-up victory. They took down the Florida Roots from Panama City. Gulf Coast United and Pensacola Academy, I believe that game was yesterday. They went to a 1-1 draw. So an opportunity points at a premium here could go, if things work out for Tallahassee, could go top of the table by the time this one is finished, because I believe, as I'm looking at the schedule, Ben, that this is the last game of the weekend here in the division.
Yeah, and I was looking at the table, and it looks like the goal difference is only 2. So if we win by 3 or more, we are number 1.
Absolutely. There you go. There you go. So should be exciting here for you today, and it's my mistake. I got caught on the USLW terminology. The conference, the Gulf Coast Conference, of course, is split up into 2 pieces. So could go first in the conference by end of the day today, not just the division. Of course, though, if you want to get technical, this is the Third Coast Division on the split as opposed to the Delta Basin Division of the Gulf Coast Conference. Of course, we can get into some semantics as the broadcast goes on. But, yes, this will be the last game all the way until next Saturday where, of course, the Reckoning will be back at it, but they will be on the road against Gulf Coast United. But still so much soccer to play before them. So let's get off and rolling here from Gene Cox Stadium. Of course, start with a little throw in here. That's going to be Haley, going to be on the right back position. So we have the visitors once again going right to left here to open up half number one. Black tops, white bottoms, white socks. Of course, you're reckoning pink out here. This one's taken off the foot. Land with some service here centrally. A couple attackers in the area. And that one's going to be initially dispelled here up to that aggressive front line, Ben. Just about 35 seconds into this game, and it looks like the reckoning on the front foot right now.
Yeah, I'm liking this action so far, man. You had two players almost there, just an inch away.
Absolutely. Centering ball here from Haley. This one's going to get skipped into the keeper, and didn't even take a minute, and reckoning with an attempt on frame here. And you've got some hustlers up top there. Getting after the ball, you have Bartasek, and then also one of my favorite players to watch here is Natalie Nelson. Just an absolute incredible work rate. Really gets after it and goes and gets it. Aggressive player from the area, I believe Lincoln High School, and really fun to watch.
Yeah, you see her there getting into the action. I think she's going to be heavily involved. You know, I know the jerseys from up here, they look the same. Look for the hot pink cleats. That's what you're keeping an eye out for.
There you go. Absolutely. Throw in here from Union 10 is going to be picked off here. Manders with a little touch before the deflection. And this one's going to be pickpocketed. Good step by Haley. So it's good to see Haley back in the action here again this year. Dealing with some injuries last year, so that really limited her kind of capabilities as far as getting healthy over the summer. So good to see her back at it. Saw her a couple days ago in a nice little performance in some other league play. Centering ball coming here to Lita Frost. Spit on out to Haley. Swung back around over the top. I believe there's Griffin, who's going to be a center back. She was with the senior team last year, put in some really good minutes. Solid player. You really could put all over the park, Ben.
Yeah, you absolutely could. Very, very versatile player. Can do almost anything you need on the pitch.
Absolutely. Also has some good aggressiveness as one spills right past Griffin, right on cue, back to McKessie. Looks to swing this one around. Played calmly on the ground. Over there, that's going to be, I believe, Musgrove, 45, is going to be looking like that left center back.
Yeah, this has been a trend between both of the teams we've seen. Very calm under pressure at the back. It's very nice to see.
Absolutely. So looking to hit Haley out on the perimeter and to be out for a throw-in for the visitors. Coming from Daphne, which is just across the bay from Mobile.
Little I-10 battle here today.
There you go. Union I-10 Football Club. A little bit of a challenge. This goes wayward. Overlapping run's going to be Leathers of U10. And it's going to be scooped up calmly. No problem for McKessie.
Yeah, didn't really have any options there in the box. Passing lanes were closed off, so took an ambitious shot at goal. It's, any shot against McKessie's ambitious, though. Good goalkeeper.
Absolutely. Of course, saw her the other night in the play against Sporting Jacks. Really talented team. And really the whole kind of defensive line. I say defensive line, but I thought the squad played really well against a very tough opponent. That's the beauty of what the Reckoning have going on here is got double league action, Ben. So we're getting 10 home games from the Reckoning this season.
Sounds like the people of Tallahassee should sign up for season tickets. They're really going to get their money's worth, it sounds like.
Absolutely. And then while you're here at the game, why don't you invest in potentially a big payout? We got the crossbar challenge going off at halftime, Ben. $5 to get in the crossbar challenge. They've doubled the payout up to 200 bones. So basically, you get a little supplement for those season tickets.
Yeah, I think I can't remember exactly. I'm up here in the broadcast booth, but I still have season tickets just in case I still want to go to a game and someone else is on the broadcast here. But yeah, that should cover your season tickets.
Centering ball. Oh, a great header flashes across frame just wide of the near post. Fantastic delivery there by Hassel. and it looks like threw it right on Musgrove's forehead, and I think Union 10 catches a break there, shaved that near post.
Yeah, love seeing that intensity early on. I said it earlier, just an inch away early. We're getting closer.
There you
We're
go.
getting closer.
Nelson with some good pressure. Nice little flick on here. Flag stays down. Bartasek inside the box. Goes for the back post. Land in the area. Shaves just wide. So both posts getting a look for some great attempts here early for Tallahassee Reckoning. Just the 6th minute of action, and that's 2 to 3 really quality chances already.
Yeah, it was a good move to get into the box. She just kind of hooked the shot a little bit. Need to get the laces through it just a little bit more and get it into that far post.
Absolutely. Of course, Bartasek also one of those injured players from last year, so getting healthy and getting rolling. So once again, good to see her starting and early touches here. Throw in, try to go down to the corner. Secondary ball is going to be off Bartasek here off that front line. As you have a little switch up here. Visitors in no rush, taking their time for this 3 p.m. kickoff. It's going to be a long one. Might as well slow roll it when you can.
Yeah, they got those black jerseys in the heat. Gotta get a breather every so often.
You got to talk to management about that. Manders with the takeaway, chopped down. And the visitors looking to try to spring a little counter. But the midfield for the Reckoning doing a great job of suppressing the breakout. They'll find a little outlet to the perimeter. Nelson with a step. And this one's going to be deflected by Haley. In to clean it up from the back is Griffin. Griffin will slice it through. Trying to turn the corner there was Manders. And it'll be out for a throw into Union 10. They're going to be taken by Truitt, number 2 here on the left-hand side. Initial ball won by Frost. Deflected around, try to get it through. Nothing but Reckoning there. They're going to pull this one back. You see the indication, man? Was it a foul call, or did they say go out of play?
Just a throw in.
Okay.
Also want to give a shout out to our referee earlier in the game. There was a ball that nearly hit him, but he did a little hop step, a little skip, got out of the way. Good, that's good refereeing right there.
Absolutely. Remain invisible. A good little individual effort on the attack here from Hopewell. A little step over, puts it on her right foot, trying to turn the corner into the box. And this one will be spilled out of danger, but a nice little adventure there from Hopewell.
Yeah, saw a little trickery there with the footwork.
Absolutely. Hopewell, I believe, from UNC Charlotte. Quality player, some individual skill, good aggressiveness, which we saw on display just a couple days ago. And this one's going to be out for another corner kick. And so Hassel will head over to the corner here. Of course, a fantastic delivery on that first one. Hand up, right-footed outswingers, drifting towards the back post and just a little over Musgrove. Nelson able to collect it, swing it back around. Manders putting it back on her left foot inside the box. Shot attempt deflected off of Union 10, off of Vermillion, it looks like, number 10 of the visitors. So it'll be a corner kick this time over on the far side. I believe it's already number 3 here for the Reckoning.
It's like the inverse of the last game we had. The opponents were getting all the corners early on. Now we're flipping the script.
Indeed. So in-swinger here from the far side, going back post, once again targeting Musgrove. Go back to Hassel, make sure everybody gets back on side. Shot attempt goes near post. What a rip there by Hassel on the far side. Couldn't get the corner in, tries again. Upper 90 on her near post. And the Reckoning take the advantage here in minute number 9.
Wow. Not much more you could say to that. That's just pure excellence right there. What a strike.
Absolutely. Back of the net here. Not the first time that we've seen Hannah Hassel rip open the net here. There was a game last year, I believe it was against FC Miami. Just an absolute scorcher. This one of a similar vein, and the good team up by 1 early.
Yeah, now let's press the advantage. Union started to kind of get back on the attack, get back in the game. But, hey, we've already won the ball back. Let's go.
Absolutely. Looking to spring it out here for the counter. Here's Nelson on the perimeter, dispossessed. But once again, this is the grit that we talked about. Try to get back on that favorite right foot and out of danger.
Yeah, those hot pink cleats are getting to work. That was some good footwork down there.
Indeed. Throw in one back initially, but the Reckoning winning the second ball, which it seems like 1-2 passes, and then the Reckoning are back on it just like it is now. Manders tried to spill it out for land. Diving effort over on that far side to scoop up for the keeper Burkhalter in for Union 10.
Yeah, excellent vision there by Manders. Just a great ball into a difficult position. Goalkeeper, quick offer line, though.
Mm-hmm. And look at all the passing lanes being cut off. Really effectively done here by the midfield of the Reckoning. There's really no outlet for the visitors to go to. This one's going to be poke free. Heavy challenge. Ref signaled advantage, but then once the advantage was gone, the opportunity was as well. Griffin in a little physical battle there with Truitt. Drops it back. Swung around here, McKessie. Once again in possession by way of Haley. On over to the left side. Service on the ground, looking for Bartasek. And it's going to be taken back here by Union 10.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication. Thought they were checking up. The runner thought they were supposed to go. Yeah, unfortunate.
Out here on the wing, near side, it's going to be Naaman. Separito back to Naaman here for the visitors. Dropped off to Cunningham. It's going to be on the left side of that back line. And some width trying to be picking apart this Reckoning defense, but not much luck. Inconsistent capacity here for the visitors. Over the top, one well back by Frost here. Now they want some service on the near side. Nelson. Targeted player over here, but this one will be out for a Union 10 throw in. So if you went to the live table, so to speak, Ben, this would put Tallahassee up to second, as is 3 points and a goal differential of 1.
Yeah, let's get 2 more.
There you go.
I'm going for number 1. Anyway, winning the game's great, but let's see how much we can get out of this.
There you go. Square back off of the defense. Nice little stand here for Griffin. She'll get back to her line, looking to secure the back. Once again, picked apart. Here's Land now on the attack out to Bartasek. On the left-hand side, service into Nelson. Inside the box, tries to one-time it, flips it over the bar, and it'll be out for a Union 10 goal kick.
Yeah, great passing, great vision there. Just on the final shot, leaned back just a little bit. Need to get over that a little more, and that'll be a great shot on goal.
Absolutely. And that was just so effective. You have Union 10 coming down in this kind of middle left channel, right? Griffin wins the ball. They cycle it back instantly outside. Then, boom, the counter's already on. Really great gear shift here by the Reckoning. Taken back once again. Frost pokes it free, but the visitors will be able to recover. Naaman scoops it up. So there are 2 Naaman for Union 10, number 9 as well as number 11. Riley is number 9 and Caroline number 11 for the visitors tuning in with us. Tried to thread it through, looking for Bartasek. Delivery from Hassel. Sabarito now on it for Union 10. Tried to go over the top. Nobody home, really. Musgrove on top of it. Will go all the way back to McKessie. Shows a little bit of adventure.
Great ball.
Quick decision. Nice little one-touch here. Just secure it. Build it up. Try to get some rotation. Spread out the defense here.
And for a lot of these players, good opportunity to catch your breath. Like we said, it is hot out there.
Mm-hmm. That's for the visitors, too. I think they only got 4 reserves, so the majority of this team, even if they wanted to, going to have to go the distance. Great little turn there by Hopewell.
Looks like Autumn Woodard's just taking off the penny, getting ready to come in the game, and 2 subs for Union as well. Looks like number 16 High Stand and number 3 U.
All right. So earn it early, just 15 minutes in. Coach is already looking to switch things up. Nice little take out of the back here by Griffin. DeFrost spills it out over under the far side. They're going to go over the top, looking for Bartasek. It's going to be a close one. Keeper all the way out on the line of the box. Just about a stride and a half away from being able to chip the keeper there.
Referee looks like maybe an offside. Oh, are they saying she was over the 18 line?
Wow. Yep, so it looks like a handball. Looks like the signal. And they're placing it right outside of the 18. So here we go. Free kick attempt. Right on the dot from 18 yards out. Width-wise, it's about right on the back post. Maybe about 3-4 yards outside the back post with a straight line. But really great positioning. An opportunity to get one here off the free kick as the keeper was outside the box with the hands. And so you have a couple players. Manders to the far side end. Hassel here short. Manders! This one will get skied up over the top and be out for a Union 10 goal kick.
Now we're going to see those substitutes come in. And it looks like a goalkeeper change for Tallahassee as well.
Of course, they wanted to give Kessie the start and then get the goalkeeper of the future in. So I think they wanted to keep some of the elder players fresh, give them some minutes here, and then switch it off. So coming in here for Tallahassee is going to be Alexis Young, your keeper, and McKissick will take a seat.
Might be the first half goalkeeper swap I've ever seen.
Been quite some time. Woodard also into the ball game here. Of course, going up to her preferred top line. Woodard, one of the elder stateswomen of the squad. Oh, Young looked like she caught a knee to the face. Makes the save and offsides. Woo!
Man, that took some guts. Your first, has she even been in the game a minute yet?
Not
and all
even.
Of a sudden, under pressure. I mean, it was offsides, but she didn't know that, and she just went straight for it, made a great play.
Absolutely. So we'll keep an eye on her. Hopefully everything's all right there because that's a collision up by the head. Nasty one. But shout out to the pride of Lincoln High School for that one. Representing the Trojans well with that aggressiveness. Try to get the through ball on the ground here for Bartasek.
Just a little too much heat on it. Kind of like the temperature out here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good steal.
Taking away land for Woodard. Flag stays down. Ball skips through here to the back post. Service from Woodard. Burkholter in position to make the save there. Here in minute 18. Reckoning, another shot on target. Tried to throw in out the perimeter secondary ball. Challenged here by the Reckoning, but won back here by Union 10. Ball bounces into the crowd and then effectively back onto the field.
I don't have our security guards here to help out with that right now.
Yeah. One of the players out there limping true at number 2 here, the left back holding her left leg. Like we said, short depth of roster here. Centering ball, looking for land, and this one's going to be picked off. Here's Hassel on the counterattack. Tried the through ball, looking for Woodard. A little too much on it there, so be out for a Union 10 goal kick.
And man, that's got to be tough for the opposition. You know, You've already given up a goal, and then Woodard's coming in the game.
Yeah, of course, the franchise leader in goals, minutes played, all the above. A couple good opportunities the other night. As Burkholter looks to resume action, going to keep it on the ground. Launched away. Good positioning there by Manders, able to deflect it. Haley's going to pick up the pieces, but then taken away here by Union 10. And some physical play, and it looks like potentially a little bit of a makeup call for that handball that they kind of let ride. Great takeaway there. Good step and clearance there by Manders.
Yeah,
None of that.
Yeah, you just saw Manders go after that like a hawk.
Mm-hmm.
They did not have her fooled there.
There you go, Thomas University player. Some good pressure by Hassel. This can be taken away by Land, who's been playing indoor lately. Is this one Griffin on back to Young?
But she wishes she was still playing indoor right now.
Yep, not too kind. Heat index getting triple digits here today. This one's going to be dropped off. Good scoop by Haley, trying to thread it through to that front line. And good shielding there by Manders, but referee thought a little too physical. So, of course, tonight's action brought to you by Cook's Pest Control. Ben, we want to be on the lookout, looking for the pest of the game for the opposition. So, basically, we're looking for a player of the game, but of course, pest of the game, because it's Cook's Pest Control.
I've got a couple players in mind.
Okay. What are you assuming your early nominees, Ben?
I'll wait for after this free kick, but, well, now perfect timing. I was actually kind of thinking about the goalkeepers, it's a clean sheet so far, and I was especially impressed by, coming under fire right away there by Alexis Young and how quick she was to respond to pressure.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Okay. A little early nominee.
But for the other players, you still got about, good hour or so to make our pest of the game.
Going defensive so far, despite the goal from Hassel. Interesting. Haley looking to get in an attacking position. Good take here. Centering ball to Woodard. She's 25 yards from frame. Left-footed shot under the crossbar and in. Another scorer here for Tallahassee, doubling the delight. Now 2-0. Thanks to the piercing 23rd minute goal, Autumn Woodard.
Man,
creases a sheet.
Who needs to do intricate build-up when you can just absolutely rip it from outside the box? That's two of them today.
There you go.
And as it stands, tied for top of the division.
Oh, yes. Look at the live. Are you talking live table right now?
I'm talking live table right now.
Absolutely. Live table drawing even with Pensacola here, top of the conference. And substitution coming in here. Ali Baca is in, as is another player which we don't know have rostered. Give us a second. Number 39. I know we got her in the book, but not on the game day roster here today. So keep an eye on that one, Ben.
Young here taking over on the distribution, down to Haley. Just taking a little sting out of the game. Good switch. Excellent play there. And now we're going to switch it again over to Woodard. She's going to try and run onto it. Ooh, good physical play, competing for the ball. Excellent job to force the corner there by Woodard.
There you go. Got an update for us, Ben. Our mystery woman, number 39, is Damasio.
Damasio. There we go. And keep that pen ready. Looks like we got two more subs getting ready to come in. Referee has called a foul. I guess Woodard was a little too physical. I thought it was okay, but I guess the referee had a different opinion. Looks like number 23, Mallory Van Leuven's getting ready to come into the game. And number 12, Caitlin Linville. Nice round of applause there from the crowd for the players departing. It's number 35, Hopewell, and number 8, Bartizek leaving the game as we resume now. Union 10 in possession, but quickly back with Tallahassee.
Of course, some touches here from Linville. This one's dropped off and away, but once again, quickly regained by Tallahassee. Of course, Linville, one of our homegrown local players by way of Wakulla High School. Tried to thread through looking for Woodard on the connection there from Hassel. So those are your two goal scorers, Hassel and Woodard. Have us at this 2-0 scoreline. Centering ball, Griffin all over it. Collected and distributed here to Haley. Of course, some familiarity with Griffin and Haley, both in that Child's Club. Timberwolf faithful. Tried to thread it through here. Griffin in good position. Young going to come all the way out and get it safely. Deals with it with the right foot. Of course, didn't want to do what happened with the other keeper on the other side. Try to pick that one up outside the box.
Yeah, let's not take unnecessary risks. Got a good 2-goal lead.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like maybe another Union 10 substitution. Number 4, Barden, standing ready. So that goes out for goal kick.
Line drive here gets picked off by the visitors. A rare opportunity from them from 25 right at Young. Great sure-handed save.
Looks like it may have knocked the wind out of Young for a second. There was some sting on that shot.
Yeah, that was a rip, all right. Leathers from Union 10. I feel like that's the visitors' first shot on target, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds. Maybe they had. I think they had one other, but yeah, it's definitely been a good job here by the Tallahassee defense.
Some quick one-touch dealt with here on the far side. Musgrove on the left-hand side of that defense. And here comes your substitution. As we get the Roland substitution here. So a little bit of a different look than you would see in other leagues at this level. Of course, with the Heat, I'm all about the Roland substitution.
It's like we're watching a hockey game.
There you go. So a little bit of a line change. Manders and Musgrove back in, and it looks like Haley and Hassel will take a seat.
Surprised we haven't seen a water break. It's been almost half an hour, and usually those come in about the 20 to 30-minute mark of each half.
Oh. Challenge at the corner of the box. Referee says penalty kick as he points to the spot.
Yeah, it was a muscular challenge. Getting the arms out. The referee, I think there was a little delay there because the ball was coming towards his face, and that was the only reason it took him a little while to make that call.
Mm-hmm. I'd be interested to see if we can get on this one on the delayed feed. As we have Young in the goal. To take the attempt is going to be Riley Naiman. And we'll have to put a pin in that, see if we can't watch it back. Of course, you can make your own decision there. If you're watching the feed, you're going to put it at about 27-minute mark. Right-footed shot attempt goes to the far side and puts the visitors on the board.
Yeah, good strike. It's a penalty kick. Those are tough to save for the keeper. But yeah, let's see how Tallahassee can respond. You know, it's kind of this goal's not that Union 10's been completely out of the game, but that goal's a bit against the run of play. They haven't had the better of the game the way Tallahassee has so far, but now they're back in it. Let's see if Tallahassee can continue to keep them at arm's length.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, and no doubt about it, it's been dominated by Tallahassee. Really, one or two chances outside of the shot that just happened a couple minutes ago, and then, of course, the PK has been. I'm going to give way to you here while I try to see if I can't watch this back.
Yeah, there goes Tallahassee immediately trying to get on the attack, but a little miscommunication there. Manders playing it, and there wasn't quite anyone there. It's going to go out for a Union throw-in. Very close to the corner flag, but it will be a throw-in.
Yeah, it's a tough call. Looking back at the feed, if you go to the game clock of 28:05, you'll be able to see it. So make the decision for yourself, 28:05. But I think that's tough for the home squad. Of course, you look at the live table again, reckoning, slipping back into 2 with the conceded goal on the penalty kick here.
Looks like now we're going to get our water break.
There you go, right about the 30-minute mark. So be an opportunity for you to take a look-see.
And I think this will be this water break will be beneficial for Tallahassee. You know, you just conceded a goal after you were, somewhat cruising in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get a chance to regroup, get some water, refocus.
There you go. Get some wise words for Coach. So we see, looks like all the coaches with some stewardship. You've got Coach Izzy over here to the right. You've got Coach Fontes here, Coach Dr. Fontes here in the middle. And then you've got Coach Philippi over here to the left-hand side. And I think we got Coach V who's up top doing the kind of the big picture look. So all of them fully engaged. That's what they're here for, man.
Yeah, it's a team effort. You know, you always think about just the head coach. No, there's a whole team of coaches getting the team ready to play and win.
Absolutely. They were fired up, too. They're having some fun for this one. I think they knew that it was going to be a solid showcase here tonight. I heard them greeting the players on the way in. A little pregame chat. So far, so good here for the reckoning, but visitors hanging around, using their chances. They were provided a penalty kick. They executed, and so, you're in a fight right here. It's just a one-goal game, despite dominating largely the first half so far.
Yeah, Union's definitely not out of it. Even before the penalty, like we said, this is Tallahassee's game, but Union they were still in it. But now they've got the goal to show that, and let's see if Tallahassee can keep them out of it.
Of course, how do you like that for your appearance for Young coming into the ball game? Been in here for about
20 minutes maybe to 15,
not
20?
even, yeah. And then so instantly take a contact where you take a knee to the head, and then a couple minutes later you got to try and save a penalty kick. So she's getting the full spread here. Great experience, great play time, great learning curve, but really tough ass here for the young keeper.
Yeah, thrown into the fire, and I'm not just talking about the temperature out there, folks. I mean, she, like Jupe was just saying, tough having a player coming right at you, bearing down on you. Tough to take on a penalty kick, but looking down at her now as she goes back on the field, still seems to be in good spirits, enjoying the game, but still being professional out there.
Absolutely.
And don't forget, we're gonna resume with a throw-in towards that far corner flag on the right side.
Had to check the numbers here, Ben, just to make sure. They're saying we've now dipped. It's cooling off. It feels like 99 out there. Actual temperature, 93. Feels like 99 from the 102 that we had earlier in the first half.
You could have fooled me.
Yeah. I don't know that I believe that. Do we trust the internet right now, Ben? Get into the 34th minute as the visitors looking to resume action. Of course, Hopewell Manders back in, if you missed it. Back line, Musgrove and Griffin locking things down. Of course, flank to the right is going to be Hopewell. Over on the left-hand side is Linville. So that's your back line. In the midfield, you've got Manders, Baca, Van Leuven. Is this one gets centered in here? This is attacking opportunity. Left-footed off the volley. Good little attempt there.
Yeah, good skill, but that's a tough shot. You really got to keep your knee over it, and it just bounced a little too high for her as she took it.
Oh, yeah, super tough, but great effort there by Manders. And, of course, the front line, you have Woodard. Looks like We're on that on the near side here is Woodard. In the middle of the park is Van Leuven. This one's going to be spilled back here towards the back line. Threads it through, looking for Woodard as she tries to shield off this one over the top. Hopewell in the area. Turned out by High Stand from the visitors. Trying to hit the corner, but great pursuit there. Nowhere to go. Manders fantastically done defensively. Really just ushers the opponent out of play there.
Both an attacking and a defensive threat.
There you go. Oh, that one kept in well here by the visitors. Griffin looking to turn it out of play and safely just spills it out here near side. Got a little bit of a wind coming through. They say 6 miles an hour.
Yeah, I can see the American flag to our left side. Looks like it's blowing from right to left on your screen.
Mm-hmm. Hope we'll get us back in here as Manders shoulders it on to Woodard. Back to Manders. Try to hit it up to Van Leuven here on the front line. She's pinched over here. Feel like they're definitely getting some serious action on this left-hand side of the turf. Feels like it gets a little more wear and tear than that far side does.
Yeah, I can't recall. I mean, obviously we had the goal over there, but yeah, for the most part, the action's been very much on this near side of the pitch.
Nice little flick on for Woodard. Van Leuven looking to turn here centrally, right on the fringe of the attacking third. Hopewell with some pursuit. Tried to thread it through here. Tracking back is Musgrove. And able to shield off here is Young. Safely and securely scoops it up. Goodness.
And just to clarify for our audience, we had that issue there with the goalkeeper being over the 18-yard line. We're looking at the black lines here today.
Mm-hmm. Threaded through. Woodard puts it on the ground. Van Leuven, secondary. Baca puts it back on her left foot. Great little piece of class and slices it by the keeper. Really well done. Goal number 3 here for the Reckoning. Ale Baca on the score sheet. And how about the composure inside the box, Ben?
It's the coolest thing you'll see today.
There you go.
Cool, calm under pressure, excellent footwork. Sent the keeper the wrong way. Whew. That was something special right there.
You're liking this weather stuff here today, I've noticed. This is becoming a common theme. So back to the live table. Tallahassee drawing even with Pensacola here in the Gulf Coast Conference, Third Coast Division. Dropped off here for the visitors as they pick the ball out of the net for the third time here today. 6 minutes and change, drifting towards halftime. Barden tries to spill it out to the perimeter. Be out for a Tallahassee throw. As Linville will look to take the throw in over on that far side. Currently in the left back role. Musgrove, challenge here from the defense. It's High Stand from Union 10. She's all by herself. Going to have to play some hero ball, but a late trailer coming into the box. Tried a left-footed effort. Off the deflection there by Musgrove. Good positioning there, but Union 10 with the corner, so danger not away yet.
Yeah, you got to be really careful there. We got a little lucky, caught on the ball there, and fortunately Union didn't really have any runners coming into the box. Now they've got a chance to get some people up. We'll see if Tallahassee can repel the threat.
There you go. Repel the threats, just like Cook's Pest Control can do for you here. 90-plus years in the biz here for the states over in the Southwest. Of course, shout out to Cook's Pest Control, lead sponsor here this season. Good dig out there by Musgrove. And Linville now with a deflection. Bounces outside the box. Tried to be spilled back in. Young off the line, and she'll scoop it inside the 6-yard box.
Yeah, good there from Tallahassee. Never felt too threatened. Good defensive poise back there.
Rolled on out to Hopewell. Long ball service looking for Van Leuven. It's drifting towards the sideline. Almost. But just a little too much to get it going here. Nice track back as we have another substitution pending here. Haley getting ready to get going for the Reckoning as we are just about into the 41st minute of action here in the first half. 4 goals. So we're averaging a goal every 10 minutes here for this first half. Of course, 3 for the good team. Haley going to come in, and it looks like coming off is Damasio. So they're going to put Haley up on the midfield then? Because I think Damasio was kind of that left outside, but it looks like they're flipping Hopewell.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm seeing too. Looks like Hopewell's gone to the left, and Haley's going to be here on the right.
Okay, so Haley will fall back into the right back, and Hopewell will essentially take Damasio's spot over there on the left-hand side of the midfield. All right. Van Leuven trying to turn. Oh, they say last touch by Tallahassee. Big throw coming here for Union 10. Haley on top of it. Centering ball here. Nice little one touch over to Manders. Good fake. An attacking front. Threads it through to Van Leuven. One times it off the football upright. Great little piece of individual skill there by Manders. And a nice shot attempt by Van Leuven. About 2 feet off of the soccer crossbar.
Does she get that $200?
Oh, now it's going to be from 35. It only counts at halftime. And it's the woodwork, man, not the yellow. We need to hit the white pipe, not the yellow pipe. Long ball grazes Manders, so it should be looks like they'll give it to Tallahassee. Looks like it grazed Manders on the way over. Union 10 substitution. Sumrall in. And Lower taking a seat here for the visitors. Good takeaway threaded through there by Lita Frost. Center ball. Woodard drifting towards upper 90 on the left-hand side. Nice left-footed blast by Autumn Woodard.
Yeah, just a great shot. Needed a little more on it to make sure the keeper couldn't get there. The keeper had just enough time to get to that one.
Nice slice on that, though. The spin just kind of drifted it out there towards the corner. Looked like it was going about midway through that far side.
It really did, just kind of kept going and going and going.
Coming across that one, 43rd minute. Bouncy ball on the way back there from Musgrove. Didn't touch it until she got in the 18-yard box.
Good poise, though, in recovery after losing the ball earlier. Way to recover.
Sideline here's Woodard once again. One touch there to Manders. Tried to slice it through, looking for Hopewell. And keep her out this time. She'll use her feet. Woodard, good pressure on the takeaway. Looking to step, and it'll be last touch by Union 10, so Tallahassee throw in here as we creep up on that halftime mark.
Throw in a little shoulder check, too. Let the defender know she's there.
Indeed. Van Leuven back to Woodard. And this one will be out of play. Let's build out to the perimeter here. Truitt now on that right-hand side. Flipped out, a little bit of advance from Barden. Musgrove in the area defensively for Tallahassee. One open on the fringe of the box here on this near side. Nolan sees, but she's kind of in a tricky position having to guard 2 Union 10 players. Clearance initially here for Tallahassee. Now an opportunity to go on the counter. Woodard tries to chip it over the top to Van Leuven, but it'll be one back here by Union 10.
Yeah, it was a good read there by Woodard to see what was happening and get the interception in there, put Union 10 under pressure.
Good step there by Haley. Now an offensive opportunity. Van Leuven squares it off, looking for Hopewell. Pass picked off there by Vermillion. Is Hopewell getting some offensive opportunities? She was kind of locked into that defensive role a couple nights ago. Drifting back towards the box. Oh, great foot positioning there by Young, like a wide receiver with a little toe drag. Make sure you're staying inside the box. Rolled on out here. Maddie Musgrove. Squared off to the left for Caitlin Linville. We have a stoppage here. Oof, that you don't like to see. Woodard coming up Gimpy.
Taking off the left shoe, it looks like.
Hopefully that's an equipment problem and not a muscular issue. Holding that right foot. So we'll keep an eye on that. Bartosak back in the ball game. Bartosak, excuse me. Back in the game here for Tallahassee. She's going to be on the right hand of the attack. Over the top. Player goes down. Good shield by Bartosak. Really well done. Looking for Van Leuven here on the service as we're into first half stoppage at the moment. Spun on out Cunningham defensively. Hounded by Van Leuven. Trying to get the trap going. They have him pinned deep. Oh, man. It looks like it popped up and hit Bartosak in the hand. So they're going to say handball on the inadvertent deflection, which is a shame. Visitors got bailed out there, Ben. They had him trapped real well over in the corner.
They certainly did, but it looks like we may be able to already put them under pressure again.
Oh, thought about having to go there was Hopewell. Turns out of it, it's going to be deflected. Secondary ball for Bartosak spills into the box, and the visitor is able to clean things up there. For a second there, I thought Hopewell was going to try to rip that one time.
Yeah, I thought she was too.
Yeah. Quick throwing over the far side. Back up fresh off the goal. Baca, excuse me. Centering ball, and here's another opportunity for Hopewell. Eyes for the goal. Inside the box on her left. Now back to her right. Shot attempt going for top bins, but sails it just over the bar.
Man, between Baca and Hopewell, that was some quite excellent individual play. Very nearly came in with goal, and it sounds like the referee, yes, signaled for halftime.
Had enough of the first half there, but solid for your hometown team. Here's we start things off. Ooh, getting ready for that crossbar challenge, Ben. You excited?
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. We got a little teaser with hitting the field goal uprights.
Yes. Indeed. Most indeededly.
Yeah, good chance for some of our loyal fans, especially loyal today, to win some cold, hard cash.
Absolutely. Nothing like taking home a little cash prize. You get some good soccer, and you get a cash prize, Ben.
And you get to show off in front of this incredible crowd.
Absolutely. You take that opportunity when you can get it, that's for sure. I wonder how many participants we have here, so.
I don't know. I see some good movement from the crowd. Maybe that's to go to the concession stand. But I like to think it's everyone's going to get in on the crossbar action.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. So we wanted to go to the break here, so we're going to jump out and give some time for our community partners here. Tallahassee Reckoning, though, at the halftime break. 2-goal advantage here on the visitors from the West. Come right on back.
For 200 years, this city has waited for something the world has never seen. Waited for a team that represents the power, the resilience, and the undeniable talent of women in sport. The wait is over. Tallahassee Reckoning isn't just another soccer team. We are the first of our kind, built from the ground up, breaking barriers, and redefining what's possible for women's soccer. For so many young players, the dream starts here. The first touch, the first goal, the first time they believe they could go all the way. Tallahassee Reckoning is where that dream takes shape. Our pre-professional teams aren't just competing, they're creating a pathway to the pros. We proved that talent exists right here in our backyard, that young girls can dream of playing for their city, that women can lead, own, and operate the future of the game. From the first kick to the highest level, this is where the journey begins. Tallahassee Reckoning is the next bold step forward.
This time of year, ants, they're the worst.
I mean, do you see this? I don't even know where they're coming from.
Oh yeah, ants thrive in the summer, but I know exactly what's going on here. Yep, they're climbing all these wet bushes right onto your house. In the south, you gotta stop them at the source.
What about termites? I hear they do some serious damage.
I'm glad you asked. We know pests, we know the south, and we know how to keep your home protected.
Cook's Pest Control.
Tallahassee Reckoning emerged from a simple yet powerful belief that every girl deserves to dream. And over the last few years, the world has watched women's soccer shatter the glass ceilings, inspire generations, and redefine what's possible. Tallahassee Reckoning isn't just another team. This is an opportunity to be part of something bigger, to invest, to lead, and to shape the future of women's soccer. Tallahassee is a city built on champions, a city that thrives on competition, innovation, and excellence, a city that's a place of culture, energy, and connection, a place where community isn't just a word, it's a way of life. We're not just building a pre-professional club in Tallahassee, we're creating a global destination, a place where the best come to train, to compete, and to grow. We invite you to be part of something bigger. Join us and build a club that belongs to the world.
Oh, it looks like flag staying down here for Churchill. One-on-one with Rincon. The right-footed shot and score. And who else would it be for the Reckoning minute number 20? First ever franchise goal here in Tallahassee. It's a goal.
This time of year, ants, they're the worst.
I mean, do you see this? I don't even know where they're coming from.
Oh yeah, ants thrive in the summer, but I know exactly what's going on here. Yep, they're climbing all these wet bushes right onto your house. In the south, you gotta stop them at the source.
What about termites? I hear they do some serious damage.
I'm glad you asked. We know pests, we know the south, and we know how to keep your home protected.
Cook's Pest Control.
For 200 years, this city has waited for something the world has never seen. Waited for a team that represents the power, the resilience, and the undeniable talent of women in sport. The wait is over. Tallahassee Reckoning isn't just another soccer team. We are the first of our kind, built from the ground up, breaking barriers, and redefining what's possible for women's soccer. For so many young players, the dream starts here. The first touch, the first goal, the first time they believe they could go all the way. Tallahassee Reckoning is where that dream takes shape. Our pre-professional teams aren't just competing, they're creating a pathway to the pros. We proved that talent exists right here in our backyard, that young girls can dream of playing for their city, that women can lead, own, and operate the future of the game. From the first kick to the highest level, this is where the journey begins. Tallahassee Reckoning is the next bold step forward.
This time of year, ants, they're the worst.
I mean, do you see this? I don't even know where they're coming from.
Oh yeah, ants thrive in the summer, but I know exactly what's going on here. Yep, they're climbing all these wet bushes right onto your house. In the south, you gotta stop them at the source.
What about termites? I hear they do some serious damage.
I'm glad you asked. We know pests, we know the south, and we know how to keep your home protected.
Cook's Pest Control.
Tallahassee Reckoning emerged from a simple yet powerful belief that every girl deserves to dream. And over the last few years, the world has watched women's soccer shatter the glass ceilings, inspire generations, and redefine what's possible. Tallahassee Reckoning isn't just another team. This is an opportunity to be part of something bigger, to invest, to lead, and to shape the future of women's soccer. Tallahassee is a city built on champions, a city that thrives on competition, innovation, and excellence, a city that's a place of culture, energy, and connection, a place where community isn't just a word, it's a way of life. We're not just building a pre-professional club in Tallahassee. We're creating a global destination, a place where the best come to train, to compete, and to grow. We invite you to be part of something bigger. Join us and build a club that belongs to the world.
Oh, it looks like flag staying down here for Churchill. One-on-one with their friend Cone. The right-footed shot and score. And who else would it be for the Reckoning minute number 20? First ever franchise goal here in Tallahassee. It's a goal!
This time of year, ants, they're the worst.
I mean, do you see this? I don't even know where they're coming from.
Oh yeah, ants thrive in the summer, but I know exactly what's going on here. Yep, they're climbing all these wet bushes right onto your house. In the south, you gotta stop them at the source.
What about termites? I hear they do some serious damage.
I'm glad you asked. We know pests, we know the south, and we know how to keep your home protected.
Cox Pest Control.
For 200 years, this city has waited for something the world has never seen. Waited for a team that represents the power, the resilience, and the undeniable talent of women in sport. The wait is over. Tallahassee Reckoning isn't just another soccer team. We are the first of our kind, built from the ground up, breaking barriers, and redefining what's possible for women's soccer. For so many young players, the dream starts here. The first touch, the first goal, the first time they believe they could go all the way. Tallahassee Reckoning is where that dream takes shape. Our pre-professional teams aren't just competing, they're creating a pathway to the pros. We proved that talent exists right here in our backyard, that young girls can dream of playing for their city, that women can lead, own, and operate the future of the game. From the first kick to the highest level, this is where the journey begins. Tallahassee Reckoning is the next bold step forward.
This time of year, ants, they're the worst.
I mean, do you see this? I don't even know where they're coming from.
Oh yeah, ants thrive in the summer, but I know exactly what's going on here. Yep, they're climbing all these wet bushes right onto your house. In the south, you gotta stop them at the source.
What about termites? I hear they do some serious damage.
I'm glad you asked. We know pests, we know the south, and we know how to keep your home protected.
Cox Pest Control.
Tallahassee Reckoning emerged from a simple yet powerful belief that every girl deserves to dream. And over the last few years, the world has watched women's soccer shatter the glass ceilings, inspire generations, and redefine what's possible. Tallahassee Reckoning isn't just another team. This is an opportunity to be part of something bigger, to invest, to lead, and to shape the future of women's soccer. Tallahassee is a city built on champions, a city that thrives on competition, innovation, and excellence, a city that's a place of culture, energy, and connection, a place where community isn't just a word, it's a way of life. We're not just building a pre-professional club in Tallahassee. We're creating a global destination, a place where the best come to train, to compete, and to grow. We invite you to be part of something bigger. Join us and build a club that belongs to the world.
Oh, it looks like flag staying down here for Churchill. One-on-one with their friend Cone. The right-footed shot and score. And who else would it be for the reckoning, minute number 20, first ever franchise goal here in Tallahassee. It's a goal!
This time of year, ants, they're the worst.
I mean, do you see this? I don't even know where they're coming from.
Oh yeah, ants thrive in the summer, but I know exactly what's going on here. Yep, they're climbing all these wet bushes right onto your house. In the south, you gotta stop them at the source.
What about termites? I hear they do some serious damage.
I'm glad you asked. We know pests, we know the south, and we know how to keep your home protected.
Cox Pest Control.
For 200 years, this city has waited for something the world has never seen. Waited for a team that represents the power, the resilience, and the undeniable talent of women in sport. The wait is over. Tallahassee Reckoning isn't just another soccer team. We are the first of our kind, built from the ground up, breaking barriers, and redefining what's possible for women's soccer. For so many young players, the dream starts here. The first touch, the first goal, the first time they believe they could go all the way. Tallahassee Reckoning is where that dream takes shape. Our pre-professional teams aren't just competing, they're creating a pathway to the pros. We proved that talent exists right here in our backyard, that young girls can dream of playing for their city, that women can lead, own, and operate the future of the game. From the first kick to the highest level, this is where the journey begins. Tallahassee Reckoning is the next bold step forward.
This time of year, ants, they're the worst.
I mean, do you see this? I don't even know where they're coming from.
Oh yeah, ants thrive in the summer, but I know exactly what's going on here. Yep, they're climbing all these wet bushes right onto your house. In the south, you gotta stop them at the source.
What about termites? I hear they do some serious damage.
I'm glad you asked. We know pests, we know the south, and we know how to keep your home protected.
Cox Pest Control.
Tallahassee Reckoning emerged from a simple yet powerful belief that every girl deserves to dream. And over the last few years, the world has watched women's soccer shatter the glass ceilings, inspire generations, and redefine what's possible. Tallahassee Reckoning isn't just another team. This is an opportunity to be part of something bigger, to invest, to lead, and to shape the future of women's soccer. Tallahassee is a city built on champions, a city that thrives on competition, innovation, and excellence, a city that's a place of culture, energy, and connection, a place where community isn't just a word, it's a way of life. We're not just building a pre-professional club in Tallahassee. We're creating a global destination, a place where the best come to train, to compete, and to grow. We invite you to be part of something bigger. Join us and build a club that belongs to the world.
Oh, it looks like flag staying down here for Churchill. One-on-one with their friend Cone. The right-footed shot and score. And who else would it be? For the reckoning, minute number 20, first ever franchise goal here in Tallahassee. It's a goal! All right, welcome back to Gene Cox Stadium. Here, still at halftime, here of the Reckoning Union 10 WPSL game here today. So, as you can see, we're at the halftime break. And, of course, your local Reckoning up by the score of 3-2-1. So, of course, we had the crossbar challenge just moments ago. Cash prize going up. Unsuccessful attempt. So it looks like we're going another week, Ben.
Yeah, come on out, folks. Get your shot in. The money's there for the taking.
Indeed. You can help support the team and also give yourself a chance at going home with some cash. But until then, we want to give a shout-out to here our community partners and everybody that helps make the dream possible here for the Tallahassee Reckoning. Of course, that's got to start with Cook's Pest Control, of course, the lead sponsor out here this year for all Tallahassee Reckoning contests. Offices in 6 of the southeastern states, Cook's has been providing pest control and termite control in your neighborhood and mine for more than 90 years. I was going to say 40 years, but 40 plus 50 years. Regardless of your specific pest control needs, they're here to help. Whether you're dealing with common household pests, termite infestation, or other pest-related concerns, the experienced team is equipped to provide the solutions you require. And I got to say, out here at the stadium last night, the bugs were absolutely relentless. So I feel like Leon County Schools needs to ring up Cook's Pest Control. Hey, get them out to the stadium. Things are popping off right now. Of course, with your Tallahassee Reckoning, have you ever dreamed of owning a sports team, Ben?
Me?
Yes.
All the time.
Well, what about your hometown team? Of course, there's an opportunity to do so. You can buy a share of the Tallahassee Reckoning. Visit TLHreckoning.com for more information. The community club, just like the Green Bay Packers, right? But here in Tallahassee. So, some of our other area sponsors here, Grova Creative. From concept to campaign, Grova Creative helps turn your business ideas into impact. Want to learn how to take your business to new heights with creative strategies, marketing tactics, web design, social media techniques, and digital solutions? You should probably visit grova.com. Account Management is a strategic management authority specializing in women's sports with a client-centric philosophy providing sustainable solutions for maximum impact. Of course, Amicus Brewing Adventures, just over up the road off Monroe, tucked in there, over by Cascades Park. Might not be a bad idea to hit that on the way home. You should head to America's Brewing this season for a $4 post-game pour and try the specialty-made Raven's Claw brew, special edition Reckoning situation there. Of course, another sponsor, FSU Coach, Interdisciplinary Center for Athletic Coaching at Florida State University. Training coaches through the 100% online Masters in Athletic Coaching, as well as offering free education through podcasts and newsletters. Learn more at fsu-coach.fsu.edu. Thank you to our other allies that help keep our operations manageable. Clothesline, Astro Travel, and Holy Comforter Episcopal School. Of course, Holy Comforter, official practice field of the Tallahassee Reckoning. Of course, soccer players, opportunity for you here this summer. If you want to train like the future pros and coaches who have developed professional players and Olympians, if you're thinking to yourself, that's me. Well then, hey, parents, don't spend hundreds of dollars on gimmicks and shenanigans. Sign up for Tallahassee Reckoning Summer Soccer Camps. Tallahassee Reckoning is unmatched for experience and quality in Tallahassee. Camps are in June. Learn more and sign up at TLHreckoning.com. Of course, June approaches here, Ben.
Yeah, it's just Memorial Day coming up next weekend, and we're going to be right there. About to get into the heart of the season.
Absolutely. So, of course, still on the lookout here for that pest of the game for the opposition. So who's Tallahassee's most annoying player for the opposition so far? We're halfway home here, Ben. If it was your decision, where are you going?
I think I'm going to go with Hannah Hassel. She's let's say she's been hassling the other team as well, not just a pest. Just an incredible goal to start the game, and here's my pick. But again, 45 minutes to go. Let's see who wants to make a name for themselves.
Well, he's come back around to the offensive stand after some early shade to Hannah Hassel after that goal. But now that he's had some time to sit on it, he's coming back around. All right, just making sure we're keeping the record straight.
Well, the defenders and goalkeepers don't get a lot of love out there. Want to give them their moment in the sun.
Interesting. All right, well, we're getting ready to start half number 2 here of contest in the Gulf Coast Conference, Third Coast Division, for some WPSL.
Looks like the referees are having some technical difficulties comparing armbands and radio equipment.
They're just doing a little fit check.
Looks like they're now all on the same page.
Got to check the heart rate, hydration levels, make sure the plasma's all good. Insulin levels, ready to rock.
How many steps have you gotten today?
They're worth more today, I feel like, on there.
Oh, definitely.
As opposed to your average day. Kickoff underway, as is half number 2. Tallahassee Reckoning with a 2-goal advantage and instantly trying to get into a little bit of a high press, force some turnovers, see if we can't get 3 or more here in this half. Sail off in the sunset. Long ball going over the top, looking for Jordan Land. And good on her to scoop this one up, try to get a foot on it, and the defender did get to it, but not in time. So it'll be a Tallahassee corner. 30 seconds in.
Yeah, good job pestering the defenders there. Shout out to our sponsor.
Got him. Cook's Pest Control, bringing you the season action all season long. So, of course, Jordan Land back into the bar game. Bartasek also on the front line there. Looks like we've also got Natalie Nelson. That seems to be your front 3. Hassel, of course, in the midfield, as with Frost. And then coming from the back line, we have Maddie Musgrove looking towards the back post. Musgrove gets a forehead to it. Land in there to dunk it in. Will they give her keeping it onside?
Yeah, I think they had players on the post. I think it's a good. Are they saying? Looks like they're giving it to them.
All right, looks like goal will stand. So Jordan Land able to tuck it in. Tallahassee now 4 on the board. Of course.
And guess what that means?
Texas native. We talking live table, Ben?
We're talking live table.
Excellent. Excellent. Tallahassee, as it stands, currently back to the top of the divisional standings here with the 47th minute goal here by Jordan Land.
Yeah, and that's you always like to see that. She was the one who created that corner kick in the first place, putting the defense under pressure, forcing the error, and then she's right there, opportunistic player on the post. She's onside. Make sure she's in between the goalkeeper, right place, right time, puts it in.
There you go. So this one dropped back again here for Union 10, facing their largest deficit here of the afternoon of a little matinee affair. Not oft we get such an early kickoff, but nothing wrong with a little 3 o'clock. Here is the visitors trying to get home early, I guess. Still school day tomorrow for some of these players.
Yeah, school year's still going.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get into a dangerous position, but shielded well there by Musgrove. On the cutback, top of the 18. Try to get it. Good stab away there by Frost. Frost and Nelson in pursuit here. Tried to turn the corner. Good positioning to keep it out of danger. It looks like it was last touched by Union, but they're going to say off of Nelson's right foot, and it'll be a corner kick here to the visitors.
Yeah, and, we saw Tallahassee get that goal, but Union 10, they're not giving up. They're right, but they're still in this game. They could still cause trouble.
Short corner coming here from the visitors. Right at Young. Deflection. Snapped around. Good clearance here by the defense. I believe it was Haley back there. And now looking to break out. Some good service for Land down the line. I believe it's Damasio that's back on the wing out there wide. Land once again putting some pressure here on the defense.
Yeah, she's been a real lightning rod there this whole game.
Absolutely. Got that indoor speed, man. We have Haley, Musgrove, Griffin, Hopewell, your back 4. It's Damasio. Looks like Frost, Hassel in your midfield. And, of course, Bartasek, Land, and Nelson up on the front line. Here's Bartasek inside the box, squares it back off. Land wants another one, left-footed one time. Trying to go back post, but a sprawling effort there by Burkhalter will keep us at the 4-1 margin.
Yeah, great play there. Hopewell, excellent ball in there to Bartasek. I thought Bartasek was going to take a shot, but she She's got better vision than I do down there on the field. She picked
Yeah.
out a good pass, and Land just couldn't get enough mustard on it.
Has a good square off. You had a couple reckoning players in the area, depending on who wanted to get after that one. Quick throw here for Tallahassee. Haley into Damasio. Good turn here with the right foot. Looking for the foul. The visitors will take this one away. Was an opportunity to counter, but Tallahassee closing, and yeah, Damasio might get in the book for that one. Taking a little justice into her own hands. Didn't get the foul call on her side, and then a physical challenge in there. You see the thought process.
Yeah.
Thought the referee was going in the pocket, but just a warning.
Yeah, just a warning. I don't think Damasio quite understood what the referee was saying. Still seemed a little a mild disagreement. We'll say that.
Different communication styles,
Yeah,
it seemed
yeah.
like. I think it could have been understood exactly well, but just didn't agree.
That's true.
We get in here, 51st minute of action on a sunny Sunday here from the capital of Florida, down on Tallahassee's south side, Gene Cox Stadium, of course formerly known as Capitol Stadium for the old heads. Home known as the Nest here for the Tallahassee Reckoning. They tried a little overlap and run, Land with a little no-look back heel, and that one goes out of play. I like the idea, though. It looks like the Union 10's trying to slow this pace down a little bit. Tallahassee came out a little fast and furious, a little high press, able to win a goal.
Yeah, and that's what Union needs. You know, you're down 3 goals, but, still some time to be patient. Get yourself back in the game.
Nice through ball there, but the centering ball right to Young. Good positioning that she's able to scoop it up. She surveys her back line and decides to go long with it in the area of Land. Big bounce. We'll get into the attacking half. Secondary ball scooped up well by Nelson. Has Bartasek making a run on the outside, trying to find that deliverance. Good little bit of control to bring it back to Hassel. Service going backside, looking for Land. Defender cuts it out. Nelson digging in. 20 yards out. 2 defenders poking it free for Union 10. Here, service from Haley, looking for Land once again. Dumped back in by Bartasek, and everybody's just trying to dump it into Land here.
Eventually this ball is going to settle down.
Or maybe it won't.
We're still going.
Musgrove to Griffin. And there's Land once again. On to Haley, and there's your calming presence. On over to Nelson. She's looking to turn. Taking away here from her. Looking to go to the counterattack, but Frost isn't letting it go anywhere. Locked back in. Here's Damasio. Squares it off to Hassel. Tries to spill it out here to Nelson. A little too much on that one. Will be out for visitor throwing. Haley tracking back to try to cancel this attack here for Union 10. Takes a tumble to the turf. And looks like they're going to get Union on a push as we have keeper change here for Tallahassee. McKinley Ullman. 3rd different keeper here for Tallahassee. Going to come into the ball game.
It's another first. I hadn't seen a first half goalkeeper change, and first time I'm seeing 3 goalkeepers in one game.
There you go. Got to get everybody some reps. That's what happens when you got a solid club, then everybody's looking for minutes. Leather's also into the game here, or getting ready to come into the game here for Union 10. Looks like she's going to come in on the back line. And I believe this should be a free kick once we get this resumed. We did see a little bit of Ullman last year for the quote-unquote reserve team a season ago. No formal league affiliation. Now Tallahassee has 2 pre-professional teams here on the women's side. One in the WPSL, one in the USLW. Long ball service gets through to the back line here for Tallahassee. Griffin will clean this up. Looks to go long. Splits Land and Nelson, respectively. Oh, decides to keep it in. Puts it on the ground back to the keeper. A little 1-2 with the Union 10 defender. And here comes the pressure from Tallahassee. Done well to win a throw-in over on the far side. Once again, Landon Nelson in the corner, and then a great supporting press there by Damasio. Now she's at the top of the box with an opportunity. Deflected off of Union 10. It'll be out for a corner kick here for the Reckoning.
Man, you love to see this. About 55, 56 minutes into this game, 3-goal lead. A lot of teams would take the foot off the gas. Tell us, like, no, we're going for this.
Oh yeah, you got to go for it when the eating's good. You got to feast. Hassel, right-footed outswinger going back post, gets a touch to it. Was Musgrove, but it's going to be cleared out of the box. Sliding effort here from the visitors will spill it out of danger, but it will be a Reckoning throw-in here about 25 yards from goal. Quickly taken here by Hopewell to Nelson, back to Hopewell. Tries to slice through 3 defenders, and this one's played on the ground here to the new substitute, Leathers. It's going to be one-on-one here with Griffin, who's pinching over from that right-hand side. Ball to the backside, but no one is home there for Union 10.
Yeah, that's what happens when, you haven't had a lot of possession on the attack.
Quick counterattack is on. Looking for Nelson. Had to hold the run here to stay on sides, and that little hesitation there. We'll get it back to Union 10. But made a quick run at it. You saw one bad pass. Boom. Haley outlets it quick. Launches into the counterattack. Tallahassee so offensive-minded and ready to snap into it this year. Musgrove giving pursuit here. Is this one of the best chances that Union 10's had this afternoon? Swung on back at the back post, tried to float over. Allman, what a save with the left hand. Allman drifting back towards the front post, left hand and off the woodwork. Keeps it at 4-1. Great save by Allman, fresh off the bench.
Man, I don't think we should keep bringing in these goalkeepers right away. They seem to get under pressure, but they handle it well. So, maybe keep doing it.
Absolutely.
Seems we don't have a bad goalkeeper on the roster.
Yeah, do we have a 4th goalkeeper? Give Allman 20 minutes. Get a 4th goalkeeper in the mix here. Centering ball, sought out well here. Looks like Musgrove first to the scene. Damasio looked to launch the counterattack. Hounded by a couple defenders. Finds a nice little outlet to Hopewell. And tracking back is able to dispossess Sabarito here for Union 10. Pressure on it from Nelson. Square ball over to Weller. And it'll go back and forth along the back line here for the visitors. So Nelson, an opportunity to run. Little one-on-one duel. Bartasek coming in support. Has Land on the back post. Shot attempt drifts towards the back post, but Burkholter, the keeper for the visitors, in position. But shot on target nonetheless.
Yeah, and it was kind of similar to what Land did earlier. She pressured the defender. Eventually, that pressure wound up leading to her getting the opportunity, which she created for herself.
There you go. Out to the perimeter. That's Naaman. Caroline for the visitors. And do we have a substitution coming here? Looks like we do. And it's Tallahassee throw, so it looks like they let him roll with it here. Is Ali Baca going to come back into the game, and Damasio will take a seat. Of course, Baca's got one of the 4 goals here tonight for Tallahassee.
One of the one by Land, was opportunistic, but the other 3, I'm struggling to tell you which one was the more impressive. You got 2 long-range strikes, dribbling into the box, creating your own shot. Very impressive.
Mm-hmm. And here's Land, little centering ball, looking for Bartasek, about 12 yards out. Secondary ball is going to be collected here. Slipped down was Baca, and she wants another attempt. keep her in position to make the save after the turn.
One goal not enough for Baca.
Oh, never. Of course, we got a 4-way tie for the Reckoning Golden Boot here in WPSL play. Anybody's game right now.
That's what to watch for the rest of the game, folks. Who's going to win the Golden Boot?
Take the lead in the Golden Boot for sure. If you're asking me, Ben, of course, you're talking about the 3 goals. If I had to pick, probably Hassel. Favorite one.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that. It was kind of the tone setter for the game. Tallahassee took the lead, a second one added soon after, and we have not looked back.
Long ball, Hopewell in great positioning all the way in. Allman ready to scoop on the edge of the box. So what could have been a dangerous attack, Tallahassee handles very well. And I would say no sweat, but with the heat there definitely is some. So a little sweat perhaps on that little offensive piece for the visitors from Union 10. Contact there, Griffin. Initial clearance. Visitors looking to lock it back in. Quick little triangle play. Haley in position, drops it back to Musgrove, and she'll look to clear out. Land's going to get it going once again. Here's Bach in the midfield. Great touch, able to swerve and slalom in and out of defenders. Try to get the through ball to Nelson. This one's going to be scooped out. Bach able to recover. This one to Bartasek. Has Hassel in support. Dropped off to her. Some service for Pinto. 30-plus. Hassel taking another long-distance rip off the goalkeeper, so it'll be a reckoning corner.
Someone heard us talking about the Golden Boot Challenge.
There you go. I want it. I want it. So the problem as far as in, if you're on hashtag Team Hassel for here, this Golden Boot race is she's taking a lot of these free kicks and not getting an opportunity. Dropped off here to Hopewell, 20 yards out. It'll twist wide. Couldn't get around that one to be off for a goal kick here. And it looks like we have a triple substitution coming for Union 10, but that'll have to be after the water break coming into this one. So while we have an opportunity, I want a reminder that we are looking for the Cook's Pest Control Pest of the game for the opposition. So who's being annoying for the opposition? I see you got a lot of candidates here for Tallahassee, a lot of good play. We've seen some depth. We've seen everybody on the roster here tonight. Great rotation from, I guess both teams with the rolling subs. But shout out to Cooks for help being the sponsor for us here today. Of course, with 6 southeastern states being served, Cook has been providing pest control and termite control in your neighborhood and mine for more than 90 years. Regardless of your specific pest control needs, they're here to help. Whether you're dealing with common household pests, a termite infestation, or other pest-related concerns, our experienced team is equipped to provide the solutions you require.
You know what I'm thinking for Pest of the Game?
What's that?
Our Golden Boot winner. Whoever she may be, I think she'll probably be our Pest of the Game.
What if we don't get one? What if we have 3 more goals all scored by 3 different people? We can't split it up into 7s, Ben.
Then we're going to have a tough call to make.
That'd be absolute madness. I won't stand for it at all.
Oh, we'll pick one. I'm just saying right now, it's probably going to be, we've talked a lot about this Golden Boot. They'll probably wind up being our Pest of the Game if we get one. If we get a tie, the Jupe and Grubbs Brain Trust is going to have to get together on who's the Pest of the Game.
There you go. Of course, at the water break here. So just want to remind you, we've got some home games coming up. Here, of course, starting as soon as next week. Or a week from next week, excuse me. Of course, on the 28th. Got the home game. The WPSL squad's going to host the Roots. And then we've got a double header on Saturday, the 31st. End May in a big way here, Ben. We have a 3 p.m., 7 p.m. doubleheader against Pensacola and Miami. AC. Of course, WPSL is going to play the early game, and then the USLW will play the evening game on there. But still, a couple more opportunities. One, opportunity to get that crossbar challenge. Two, just to get some great community soccer. Of course, the WPSL team, they're taking care of business today. You had the USLW team, played a very, very tough Sporting Jacks team a couple days ago. Looked really strong, and I think they've got themselves in a position to be very, very competitive in that Southeast Division.
Yeah, we're hopeful you'll join us maybe on your lunch break for that game on the 28th.
Oh, yeah, a little
And,
12:30?
Yeah, you can spend all Saturday with us on the 31st. And if you can't make it here, find us online. Join the voices here. Myself, Ben Grubbs with Andrew Jupe, and we can bring the game to you if you can't make it to the stadium yourself.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of a soccer game, too. It is basically a tight 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what you do. You only get 1 hour for lunch. Let's say that's the case. If you can squeeze a little 2 hour ordeal, you come down here to the Gene, make it happen. Otherwise, catch us for the first half. Listen to us on the car ride over. Catch the second half in person. Boom. Then you go back to work. Catch some of that AC. Good to go. It's like nothing ever happened, but you got to enjoy some great local soccer.
Sounds like a plan to me.
There you go. Bouncing around Baca and a physical challenge here. Sprawling effort here by the visitors to regain possession of that one. Now we have a long ball bouncing out. Great position on the shield from Hopewell to win the Tallahassee throw. That's a dominance move right there, Ben. You will not touch this ball. Bartasek going towards 22 yards out, looking for upper 90. Twist just over the crossbar. Good rip by Jada, drifting into the center of the park.
Yeah, she almost had that $200 crossbar challenge right there.
Yeah, the thing was, she's about 10 yards in. You know, we need to hit it from the 24-yard line, which is 34 yards from goal.
It's true.
So it's being advertised as 35, but the Reckoning are giving you that extra yard. It's actually measuring in at 34 yards. As Allman comes way out, 25 yards from goal to spill this one out. And so it'll be a Union 10 throw in. Hassel will look to control. This one's deflected out of play for Tallahassee. As we go 67th minute of action here. 64th. It just mirrors the clock a little slow out here at the stadium.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a discrepancy.
Yeah, and it's not, the usual couple seconds. It's the couple minutes as this one's threaded through here for Bartasek. Sliding effort there by Lower. As Bartasek will get chopped down in the box, but they say enough ball to not warrant a free kick. But it will be a corner. So Hopewell look to take this one. So this gives an opportunity.
Who's going to win that golden boot? Hassel's in the box.
Okay, we got Baca in there. Hassel's in there. Centering ball. Oh, looking for the back post. Land in the area to be out for a goal kick.
Land could have stolen that golden boot lead as we get another substitution as Manders looks to come back in.
Indeed. So you have all of the current goal scorers currently on the field right now, except for Woodard. So hopefully Woodard is more in a resting situation and not an injury the way she was holding that right foot. As Hassel comes off here, like you said, Ben, giving away to Manders. Long service goes wayward here for the visitors. Throw in, and Manders gets some instant touches here. Service over the top, looking to go after Land. We had a hold up here.
It's an illegal throw? Or, I don't know, the sideline official nearest to us motioned. My guess, it must have been an illegal throw-in.
Yeah, that's what it's running it back because everybody was onside. There's no foul called. It was a free kick here. And it looks like it's out over the line. So throw-in coming here for the Reckoning.
Back where we started.
There we go. Ball don't lie, as they say. And another hold up a play. Looks like we just had a secondary soccer ball on the field here, so can only have one.
It's the second time that's happened to us in the past couple games.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a long throw. Hopewell able to find Nelson. Oh, able to slice it past the defender. Nice little bit of quality there. Baca trying to open up and turn here, run square into Caroline Naiman of the visitors. And she's still down. On the ground, quick 1-2 from the visitors. Tracking back is Griffin. Able to shield off, and Allman scoops it up. The visitors not liking that one.
Visitors not liking it, but us in the crowd certainly liked it, and I think her Griffin's Reckoning teammates did as well.
Absolutely. Good job of tracking back, getting in position, canceling that out.
Yeah, she was behind on that one. You know, that pass caught the defense out, but good recovery speed and good defense there not to commit the foul.
Baca is at least vertical, so that's good. Probably just got the wind knocked out of her. Looking to just open up and turn and bam! Just run into another human body. Oh, man, the deflection, the pressure. Ooh, bounce goes back to her, so she's able to scoop it up. A fortuitous bounce here for Tallahassee.
Yeah, gotta be careful with those. I have seen a goal scored that way.
Bounces right underneath that Leon Lions logo here in the center circle. Nelson and Bartasek both in the area. With the defender to it first for Union 10. Taken away. Here's Hopewell. Full head of steam on a little offensive showcase here. 20 yards out. Spills it out to Bartasek. 15 from goal. Twisting. That one got a little interesting. Some good spin on it. Drifting towards that back post. Keep her up to the task. Long ball, and now an opportunity for Union 10. Good track back there by Musgrove. Long strides, able to cancel the danger. Another deflection coming from Union 10 on the attempted clearance. And usher it out of bounds.
It's like another substitute for Tallahassee getting ready.
Griffin in defense, spun back. Wayward shot coming there from Union 10. So here's an opportunity to switch personnel here for Tallahassee. And it looks like, is that Linville?
It is indeed.
Linville looking to come back in here. She'll come in for Hopewell. So we should settle in on the left side of the defense. That's where she was in the first half when she came in. She's now back in here as we're 70 plus. I'm going to look to go over the top. Union 10's going to lock it in. Turning back against the grain. Put it on the right foot. Sprawling effort there by Musgrove. Got a nice deflection off of it there, but it should be a... Oh, thought it was going to be a Union 10 corner, but they say goal kick. Looks like just the presence there by Musgrove. No actual touch here. Short ball to Griffin. Taking it on a run up. And getting
that's a foul.
Hooked in the process. Yeah, that looked like the other kind of football tackle there, Ben.
Yeah, there are sometimes, you know, we're kind of high up here, folks. We're a little bit higher than the camera angle you're looking at, so sometimes we'll see something, think it's a foul, and find out we're wrong later, and vice versa. That one was definitive.
Yeah, and this one's going to be, they're going to get Griffin with a double kick here. So, of course, she rolled it over and then squared it off, but they're going to say she touched it twice. Of course, need a different player in between. So, this is a fortuitous situation here for Union 10. Of course, the free kick, the source of their goal previously, now from 30 yards out. Going to take a rip, but it'll go outside of the near post. So, danger dispelled here for Tallahassee, but a little bit of a hair raiser.
Yeah, it's not over yet. There's still a good 15 to 20 minutes left in this game. Not sure what exact amount of stoppage time, but yeah, can't afford to let up just yet. Soccer is a game. One goal can quickly change things.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, heavy collision there. Linville getting into it, and it looks like they're going to go into the pocket, and it's going to be a yellow card on number 16, High Stand. Would you like the excitement here for the local crowd, seeing some yellow?
Yeah, the crowd got into a little bit on that one, I'd say.
There you go. Can't blame them. But good to see Linville bounce right back up, because that was that was some serious shoulder lowering right there. It's a free kick coming here. Musgrove's going to take it. 9 Tallahassee players in the opponent's half. 8. Musgrove will get this back to Allman. Going to go up over the top, and Allman gets it through this time, avoiding the connection. Good little outlet pass. Hit Frost looking for Baca. One back initially here by Griffin. But they say Union 10 throw. Substitution coming here for the visitors. Vermillion into the ball game, it looks like. Guess they're going to change the formation here on the back line. As Reckoning attackers wearing down that back line, Ben. Vast majority of those substitutions have been switching out those defensive players.
I think that says good things about our offense.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Long throw coming, sought out well here by Musgrove. Tallahassee firmly in control of this game pretty much from the get-go.
Yeah, had a little wobble there with the penalty kick. At the time, it made it, what was it, 2-1 was the score at that point?
1-1.
Okay, 1-1. Yes, the game a little bit in the balance there, but Tallahassee firmly took control again and have not let up since.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Musgrove out of the back. It's Linville. Nice touch of control there to keep it in. And foot contact there. So it'll be held up for a little free kick. Here about 40 yards from the Tallahassee defending goal.
Long ball underneath, gets through both the Tallahassee players, but recovered there by Nelson. Now over to Land.
Linville tried to slice this one through to Nelson. Keeper off the line. Sliding effort just on the fringe of the 6-yard box there. Good pressure there from Tallahassee on the offensive side. Good win off the header there by Musgrove. Secondary ball won back by the visitors, who seem to have the game open up a little bit for them, it seems, here in the second half. Good takeaway. Threaded through. Here's Nelson. Offside. Flag stays down. Defender coming over Truitt trying to deal with this one. Nelson still applying the pressure. Secondary elements of it. Baca with the poke free there, but Union 10 will be back on top of it. Now the counterattack in full swing up over into the attacking half. Defensively, the Reckoning going after it here. Offside flag stays down. Allman off the line, able to clear that. And now Tallahassee back on the offensive. Land with some good pressure here. This one's going to spill out to Manders. She's challenging her defender here as it rolls back to Union 10. This game's definitely slowed down a bit since a little bit more of a frenetic first half and a first 5 to 10 minutes starting of the second half. I think that fatigue element definitely starting to hit in now in this hot Florida sun in the hottest part of the day. Nice little 1-2 here from Manders and Baca, looking for some service. Can be sought out. Look like a handball. And not called here. Steps into it. Good aggressive challenge there by Linville. Good win. 3 Reckoning players in the attack. But this one's going to be cut off here. Header. On back to Baca. Manders. Now from 30. She wanted to rip from distance. And it'll go wide of the near post.
That seems to be the order of the day. Who can rip the coolest shot from long range?
That would have been a team record for the season. It looks like we're going to get a water break here. The hydration coming down the stretch of this match. So we're going to take a water break with them here. We'll give a shout out to some of our sponsors and initiatives with the team and come right back on the other side.
For 200 years, this city has waited for something the world has never seen. Waited for a team that represents the power, the resilience, and the undeniable talent of women in sport. The wait is over. Tallahassee Reckoning isn't just another soccer team. We are the first of our kind, built from the ground up, breaking barriers, and redefining what's possible for women's soccer. For so many young players, the dream starts here. The first touch, the first goal, the first time they believe they could go all the way. Tallahassee Reckoning is where that dream takes shape. Our pre-professional teams aren't just competing, they're creating a pathway to the pros. We proved that talent exists right here in our backyard, that young girls can dream of playing for their city, that women can lead, own, and operate the future of the game. From the first kick to the highest level, this is where the journey begins. Tallahassee Reckoning is the next bold step forward.
This time of year, ants, they're the worst.
I mean, do you see this? I don't even know where they're coming from.
Oh yeah, ants thrive in the summer, but I know exactly what's going on here. Yep, they're climbing all these wet bushes right onto your house. In the south, you gotta stop them at the source.
What about termites? I hear they do some serious damage.
I'm glad you asked. We know pests, we know the south, and we know how to keep your home protected.
Cook's Pest Control.
Tallahassee Reckoning emerged from a simple yet powerful belief that every girl deserves to dream. And over the last few years, the world has watched women's soccer shatter the glass ceilings, inspire generations, and redefine what's possible. Tallahassee Reckoning isn't just another team. This is an opportunity to be part of something bigger, to invest, to lead, and to shape the future of women's soccer. Tallahassee is a city built on champions, a city that thrives on competition, innovation, and excellence, a city that's a place of culture, energy, and connection, a place where community isn't just a word, it's a way of life. We're not just building a pre-professional club in Tallahassee. We're creating a global destination, a place where the best come to train, to compete, and to grow. We invite you to be part of something bigger. Join us and build a club that belongs to the world.
Oh, it looks like flag staying down here for Churchill. One-on-one with their friend Cone. The right-footed shot and score. And who else would it be for the Reckoning minute number 20? First ever franchise goal here in Tallahassee. It's a goal. And back here, Gene Cox Stadium after the water break. Getting close to the end of the road here for the Tallahassee Reckoning. Been a great performance out here from your pre-professional squad here in their first WPSL game. Of course, if the results hold, this will take Tallahassee to the top of the table. Of course, that game against Pensacola, which Pensacola currently in second, that'll be the team that they're jostling with here in the short term. Game from last week was postponed, so we'll try to see when that game is going to be made up. Of course, that was a road game. So, of course, you've got a perfect balance of league size here in the WPSL. You got 6 teams, which means you got 5 opponents. You can do home and away, both of them cleanly. Everybody plays everybody. Everybody gets a home game against everybody, so very fair dispersion. Plus, you know, if you're have bigger dreams in mind, you get that 10 10-game minimum to help you qualify for those domestic cups. So, also good to keep in mind for the adventurous one and you. Throw in, come in here, take a bounce. Visitors didn't like the challenge there from Bartasek. This will be one back here by Saborito. Centering ball is going to go through. Haley on top of this one will clear. Chested down. Nelson tracking back. Good takeaway from her. Nice turn. Tried to thread it through to Bartasek as we go here. So we have some animals in the press box. We've got bees drifting in here as we try to shoo them away while continuing to go. An attacking opportunity. Nelson one time. Left-handed save. Clean it up, and it's in the back of the net. Sasha Manders makes it 5 here before the end of the way, and Tallahassee securely now with the largest lead of the season, 5-1. Your current marker, but great cleanup. Couple chances at it, but Manders there to take out the trash. Dunks it home, and a 4-score advantage. Now here for your Tallahassee reckoning.
Yeah.
And it looks all but official now here with the spread.
Yeah, good move down the right side. We missed a little bit of it because some pests decided to attack us. I think we need Cook's Pest Control.
We do.
But, yeah, good cut back in there and good presence. Way to be there by Manders. Way to be present in the box to put that home.
Absolutely. So now we've got a 5-way tie for the Reckoning season golden boot here. Hassel, Woodard, Land, Manders, Baca, all creasing the sheet here tonight. Or this afternoon, excuse me.
Yeah, this pest of the game is going to be a tough one. Still not have a clear golden boot winner.
Thrown in here, Nelson looking to flick it out to Bartasek. Could be out of play for Union 10. Throw on the near side, about 25 yards from their goal.
Lost it in the sun there for a second.
Yeah, tough angle. Pressure here by Griffin, driving the attacker all the way back, and they're defending half and picked off well. Nelson tracking back to it. Manders wants another one, threads it through on the ball, and it's Burkhalter off the line, able to collect a secondary ball, won by Haley. Looking for some service from 30 yards, going for the near post. Good attempt there as we have a substitution pending here. Couple players for Union 10 and Autumn Woodard. So that's a good sign. Worried about potential foot injury, but it looks like it might have just been a cramp or something with the equipment. So great to see Woodard coming in for Land. And then also looking to come in is Ellis Smeltzer, number 34. And are they going to let her in? It's getting late. You'd like to see, you don't want to make it basketball rules where you make them wait for the next coming across.
Looks like she's going to have to wait for the next opportunity.
Yep. And depending, that could do a serious cut in on time played here. So hopefully we get this one put out here soon.
Yeah, nice to see Woodard back in the game. Guess she heard about the Golden Boot competition, wanted to get in on the action. Ooh, that was physical.
Sliding in, and this might be one for Griffin. It looks like Griffin got a little dinged up, didn't escape that one unscathed, but stays out of the book.
Yeah, she was trying to argue that she won the ball. Referee had a difference of opinion. Yeah. It looks like maybe another sub for Tallahassee's coming in.
So they had to wait, so might as well go 2 for 1 here. Service from the far side, 25 yards out. Allman in great position to handle that one. Rolled on out to Linville. Tried to spill it out here to Bartasek. Unable to keep it in play.
Now another substitute for Tallahassee's lining up.
How much longer before we get the entire bench on standby? So here comes the pack, and luckily after Griffin got a stinger, she's able to take a seat. So it looks like Musgrove, Baca, Griffin all taking a seat. So that means coming in is going to be Caldwell, Smeltzer, and Damasio back in the game, as well as a fourth substitution, Mallory Van Leuven.
Keep your head on a swivel.
There you go. So 4-pack of subs here, 40 yards from goal. This one's going to be gone into the back post. Dangerous positioning here for Union 10, unable to get around the ball. And so luckily, it will be a goal kick coming out here for Tallahassee. Played on the ground short. Tried to thread it out, but it's going to be out for Union 10 throw here as we get into the later stages of this contest. Oh, so of course, official indication. Ale Baca going to get to the Cooks Pest Control. Pest of the game. Pest for the opponent. Be clear with that. Oh, here's Woodard. Challenge from behind, taken down. And that's right on the mark. Right about crossbar challenge territory here, Ben, as Damasio doesn't have a crack at it. Square it off to Linville as they get numbers forward. Linville with some service. Looking for Van Leuven. Mander is able to win it. Settled here by Bartasek. Defense swarming around her. And it'll be taken away by Union 10. Kept on the ground. Turned back into play. 5 defenders in the area here for Tallahassee. And poke free. Smeltzer able to win this one. Looking for some distribution. Nice through ball here to Manders. But it'll be deflected back to the defensive line here at Union 10.
Man, one of the stories of the game has to be Tallahassee players coming in and immediately getting thrown into the fire. Smeltzer there under pressure.
Yeah.
Cool as you like, and just gets it distributed and lets Tallahassee go on the attack.
Absolutely. And here's Woodard tracking back at it. And a nice step here, the defensive line. Good shield there. Smeltzer squares it on off here to Linville. Chips it up over the top, looking for Bartasek, trying to turn back into play. Does well to keep possession there. Well done. Frost will swing it around here. Caldwell, Haley, Damasio has the head up, has 3 runners on verticals. Manders is the one breaking late. Into the box, into the 6-yard. Oh, it's going to be saved initially by Burkhalter, spilled out. And it'll be a throw-in for Tallahassee. Manders gets to the corner of the 6-yard box with the shot attempt here late. But Tallahassee threat still very much alive.
Yeah, we were talking about pest of the game going to the Golden Boot. The public address announcer to our right gave it to Ali Baca, and Manders almost said, "Not so fast."
Indeed. Yeah, is there going to be a recount potentially if we get another goal here? Is this final? So it is a corner, Service coming from the near side, right-footed in swinger. Initial 1-1 by Union 10 defense. But Tallahassee able to recover well. Damasio with a nice little shield there. Spills it out to Manders, who took the corner. Physical challenge coming in for Union 10. They say play on, and looks like it's just out for or are they going to pull it back for a free kick?
Referee saying throw, and to my eye, that should have been a foul. Looked like a bit of a shoulder check, but referee saw it differently.
So they're going to, go with the play on, and they'll take it from the throw-in here. Last touched evidently by Union 10. A couple substitutions here for the visitors, including Leathers and Sumrall in. Linville will take this throw-in here to Damasio down in the deep corner. Takes it off the bounce, looking for Woodard. Gets her forehead to it. Twist a little high and wide of the goal there, but given the positioning, it's a good effort. By the way, that ball was falling. That was really difficult.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't know if it came through over the screen, but she generated a lot of power on that with not a lot of head movement.
Yeah, just the way he was kind of drifting back and really kind of dropped. Nice little hesitation there, Caldwell. Splits the pressure there from Union 10 on up to Van Leuven. An opportunity to turn, makes the defender, but unable to get all the way around. Frost recovering that one. Clearance is long, so Caldwell's going to have to track back to this one. Allman ready in support. She'll handle it with the feet. Squares it out to the perimeter. Nice distribution on out to Linville. Trap goes to Damasio, back to Smeltzer, who's got the whole run of play. Wants to go long. Able to get in the area. Woodard, second ball. Van Leuven almost getting on the end of that one. One-on-one battle there with High Stand and Haley. Caldwell now in pursuit here against U of Union 10. Dropped on off. Couple Union 10 runners here at the back of the post. Coming in from about 20, 25 yards out. Long ball going to be spilled out here by Linville just for safety concerns as they get this one here out of the initial danger, as we have another substitution coming for the visitors. Weller looking to come in to the game here for Union 10. Throw in, going to get to about the corner of the 6-yard box. Initially won by Frost. Secondary clearance. Looks like Manders blasted up towards the sky, but locked back in by Union 10. Still 35 yards out, and done well there by Haley just to mitigate the risk there, because that could have been a little dangerous over on the back post. Union 10 was able to corral that one.
And a chance for Tallahassee. Make sure you don't lose focus here. I know it's a 4-goal lead. It's late on, but don't lose focus here. You built up a good lead. Don't give up a late goal and have a negative going in and into the post game.
There you go. So left-footed outswinger screaming on the turf is towered high and above the goal. Truitt with a touch to it, but non-threatening here for Tallahassee. Bartasek on this one, tracking back towards goal. Looking for a distribution out to Woodard. Has an overlapping run there by Nolan. Woodard coming back centrally. Has Manders, tries to go over the top. Exciting send there from Autumn. Just a little shy. Hounded here by Damasio. Frost also coming in support. Good step there by Smeltzer, who's now on the right side of that defense, rotating over. Linville in a 2-on-1 situation, but luckily getting numbers back. Here's Caldwell and Smeltzer and Allman in great position to take care of that one.
Yeah, that was another one. Just need to drive through a little more. It's gonna be tough to challenge our array of top goalkeeper talent from there.
There you go. It's like an oligarchy. The Powers. Woodard with a full sprint here, trying to track this one down. Able to win the physical battle as the defender forgets about the ball. And Bartasek tries to trap this one in. And a little bit of a battle here. Crowd's looking for a card and a free kick. Referee says get up. But how about that? So the physical challenge, the defender just forgot about the ball, Ben. Just wanted to lay the hit on Autumn, and then Autumn's like, well, I'll go ahead and take the ball if you want me to.
Yeah, I think we were talking about hockey with the line changes there. There were some hockey shoulder checks thrown in there.
You wonder in a 1 or 2 score game if that gets called.
Yeah, that one did seem to me, it's late on in the game. It's 4 goals. we'll let bygones be bygones. That seemed to be how the referee was feeling there.
Take it as you will. Deep into stoppage time here, and that'll go ahead and be all final. So put a book into that one. The Reckoning. An emphatic 4-goal victory here. This will put them top of the table here. 5-1, your final score lines. You can hear the PA announcer. Ben, impressions of the game. What you think?
Well, dominant. I mean, not much more you can say than that. Troubled a little bit by the penalty kick, but, for the most part, Tallahassee had the better possession, the better of the chances. Obviously, it was 5-1. And yeah, just overall, they were the better team, and the scoreline reflected it. Great play all around, going forward and in the back line.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, pretty reflective of what we had the action today. Here from my standpoint, of course, shout out to Ali Baka winning the Cook's Pest Control Pest of the Game, which is actually a good thing. So it kind of sounds like it should be a negative thing, like pest, like most annoying, but most annoying for the opposition. So it's kind of like an MVP player of the game situation. So shout out to Ali Baka for the win there. And, of course, one of the 5 goals across. So she made up 20% of the scoring out here tonight. Going into first place, so we'll check out the schedule to see what the Reckoning will have going on. Like we said, they're going to go to the top of the table here in WPSL play. The next time they will hit the field is next Saturday. Unfortunately, they'll be on the road, so they won't be here, but they will be playing Saturday the 24th at 6 p.m. against Gulf Coast United. So it's going to be out further into the west of the Gulf Coast. The next home game, of course, will be a little farther down the line. From either team will be the WPSL squad will be hosting the Florida Roots from Panama City. That, of course, a matinee special. We'll have to get clarification on the time. We have some internal documentation saying 12:30, but according to the league website, it's 7 p.m. So make sure, of course, as always, you should check out TLH Reckoning on social media, TLH RECKONING, to be able to get you all the updated information, because there is a little conflicting data out here. But that'll set you straight. That way you're on top of it, because you want to be here and you want to see these games, because right now the WPSL team is averaging 5 goals every time they play down here at the Jeans. So you want to come out and catch some of those goals, have an opportunity to win some cash. By the next time we come back here, the price is going to be up to $300. You have a chance to win here for the Crossbar Challenge. So you're going to want to get in on that action. But outside of that, success for Tallahassee. You got the 3 points. You got some good goal differential to put in your pocket. Go forward here in league play. Short-term win, you go top of the table. Now you have an opportunity to impose your will. You've got a full week off, another weekend game, so you get the full week of practice in. So I think this sets them up really well in WPSL play.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And one thing I really wanted to highlight, 5 goals, no repeat goal scorers. It really just shows the depth of talent on this team. You can't just – we talked about Autumn Woodard, all-time leading scorer for Tallahassee Reckoning. You can't just shut her down. You got to worry about 4 other players.
Absolutely, and that's why you like to see, 1, the spread, 2, everybody get some playing time. They really went down the depth of the roster, made sure everybody got some competition, keep them fresh, keep them engaged, because the rigors and the compacted summer season that they have here at the pre-professional level, you're going to need the full squad. As you already know, they've been coming through practice and training, but down the stretch, you're going to need the full team here. So great to see everybody get some action. But pretty open and shut case, dominant effort, great offensively, good finishing. Really the only kind of serious blunder was the penalty kick, which, make your own assumptions there. Go watch, I think it was right around the 27th minute, if you want to check and have your own opinion about that. Feel free to put some commentary in the chat there, but that's about all we got here for today. Any closing comments here for you, Ben?
Not much other than great win. Can't wait to see him score 5 more goals in the next game.
Hey, there you go. So just as we are on the way out. We want to give some love to the community partners, which, of course, help make this possible. Of course, that's going to be the big dog, Cook's Pest Control, with offices serving 6 southeastern states. They've been providing pest control and termite control in your neighborhood for more than 90 years. Regardless of your specific pest control needs, they're here to help. Whether you're dealing with common household pests, a termite infestation, or other pest-related concerns, the experienced team is equipped to provide you solutions you require. Also, shout out to the other sponsors here: Grova Creative, Nickel Management, Amicus Brewing, FSU Coach, Clothesline, Astro Travel, Holy Comforter, the official practice field here of your Tallahassee Reckoning. And a reminder that Tallahassee Reckoning summer camps here are on the way, so you want to check those out. It's the only soccer club in Tallahassee that is a true youth to pro professional pathway here with NWSL champions Gotham FC. If you think you have what it takes to put yourself first, to be your best, and to play with the best, then play where legends lead and are built. That's at the Tallahassee Reckoning Academy. Also, you can become an owner for only $100 a share. More information, visit WeFundr.com/TLHRECKONINGINC, a.k.a. WeFundr.com/Tallahassee Reckoning INC. So for more information there, as always, make sure to get with the social media and the YouTube here for your reckoning so you don't miss any other content. So stay posted on that and all other contests going forward. So for those of you viewing, thank you for joining, whether you're on the National Soccer Network, whether you're on the Reckoning Live here or elsewhere. Thanks for coming aboard with us. Andrew, Ben Grubbs, Trenton Young giving you the action here tonight. An emphatic 5-1 victory over Union 10. We'll see you on the 28th. Be well.